Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Vulcan Report. All right, we are looking here at a chart of the eMini S&P 500 for tomorrow's trading, and this is going to be for August the 25th. Looking into Wednesday, I want to point out that as of today's close, the S&P 500 now has done something that we've been waiting for it to do, and that's to choose a direction so that we can get an idea of where market sentiment may be heading. Alright, with that said, let's see here. Getting directly into the technicals. As of today's close, the market closed down 15.75 points, down 1.48%. Prices closed lower than they opened, with strong bids going into the close. As for market sentiment, the post-scan hit a negative 38.27, and the market pulses negative now since it's trading below the zero signal line. The post-scan crossed below the swing VIX, creating a downtrend channel as of 10 periods ago, and the swing VIX is now below negative 29. This is where it usually forms support. The swing VIX usually forms support before the underlying security, and a buy or sell signal is generated when the swing VIX moves out of an overbought or oversold area. The last signal was an overbought sell 9 periods ago. The swing VIX has just reached its lowest value in the last 14 periods. This is bearish. Since the last swing VIX signal, the eMini S&P 500 price has decreased a whopping 6.25%, and has ranged from a high of 1125.75 to a low of 1048.25. Taking a look now at momentum, currently the trend now has become bearish. Okay, we are now into a bearish trend. If you take a look here below at the bottom of the chart at our econometric models, you see here this blue line here is our bid to ask ratio, and the black line here that you see is our market depth indicator. Both of these indicators are two of my proprietary indicators that I developed to gauge market direction and market strength and market sentiment. And this orange line is part of the econometric model, which gauges fundamental analysis and news regarding a security. So pretty much everything that can be known is priced in here into the model and into the actual price of the security itself. So we take all things into account. Okay. When you look at the post-scan swing VIX, that is a measure of trend, and it's also a measure of sentiment within the trend. Okay, so that's what we're looking at here. And you see it's quite difficult to read, but I'm just going to throw it out there. The skinny black lines here that you're looking at right here is your pulse waves. Pulse waves take into account virtually every type of chart formation and pattern that you can think of, and it devises and crunches the numbers and the data on it. It looks at from everything from candlestick formations to Fibonacci retracements to Elliott wave and Gann analysis. So pretty much every detail, every piece of data that you can crunch, every number, I've already taken it to account. So one way you can actually look at this is you can say the technical analysis is here, the fundamental analysis is down here. So pretty much everything is covered. There's nothing that I don't look at or haven't run the numbers on. So I just want to point that out to you. As you can see now, we've fallen off the cliff here. All right, when this blue line here, when the bid-ask ratio is above the market depth indicator, it says that there is strong bids in the market. So even if the market pulls back, it's telling you that there's going to be buyers in there. Normally that's cart and carry of the PPT. So I refer to this part of the indicators, the PPT indicator, because it does measure money flows into the market. It follows the money. It tells you what's going on in the market. As you can see now, it crossed up in here. This is where we crossed, and now the blue line is below the black line, letting you know that the downtrend has developed, even though it was not manifested yet in the price activity. See, as long as the price is inside the Kumo cloud, it's said to be consolidated. As you can see, it didn't choose a direction. It just waffled around for a few days up and down. But then today we actually broke out and we crossed excuse me, below the Kumo cloud, which is in itself a bearish situation. And on top of that, we just crossed and created a pulse wave. We actually closed and crossed below a pulse wave support, which is a big deal, because now it's saying that the market is set up to put in some major movement. And just to give you an idea of how powerful some of these pulse waves can be, especially within a trend, just take a look at the last signals we got. Right here, we crashed below a pulse wave and we kept going to here. Back in here, you see we crashed below, and we did have some pretty significant follow through here. Here we crossed above and significant follow through. If you go back a little bit, see the last pulse wave here. This was on May the 5th. Alright, that confirmed the pulse wave. What happened the next day? May the 6th, we got the flash crash. See what I'm saying? These pulse waves are like that. You got to wait and be patient for them to develop, and when they do, they pay you handsomely. And you can go back here and see pulse wave, pulse wave, pulse wave, pulse wave. We got the last pulse wave confirmation breakout here, then it reversed. And then you got your confirmation here. So as you can see, the Pulse Scan Swing VIX is a powerful tool. Anyway, let's get back to the technicals here. As you can see, you see the bear in the bottom right hand corner here. That's a red bear. It's saying that we're now officially bearish. Bear market, officially in a bear market in the S&P 500 futures contract. Okay. Now, because of that, we have to take a look now at where the price projections are headed. If we look at our intraday price projections for tomorrow, we have resistance at 1049.80, and we expect that that will hold. And we have support at 1048.70. Now you may ask, why is it so tight? It's tight because when the ranges expand and contract, and when you cross over in a pulse wave after a long period consolidation pattern, it narrows, and then the breakouts occur, and then the ranges will come back intact. And you'll see that as we go on. Now, the weekly price projections, or weekly pulse wave, I should say, was resistance at 1098.5, which you saw what happened, and support at 1066.25. So we're now significantly below that pulse wave, and then that's when you get this confirmation here for the negative pulse wave. All right, the long-term trend line resistance is currently at 1096.12, and the long-term trend line support is at 975.50. That is where we are headed now. Our bear market downtrend 12 to 18 month price target for the S&P 500 now is 734.25. If we gain momentum and downwards pressure and strength, we have a deflated bubble phase 1 24 to 36 month price destruction target of 493 in the S&P 500. 493 is our 24 to 36 month price destruction target if we get into a deflated bubble phase 1. That's where we're headed. If things really heat up and get cranked up, Phase 2 is a 42 to 60 month panic selling extreme fear price destruction target of 251.75. And of course, the deflated bubble phase 3, as I've indicated in prior videos, it's a rare thing to get into a phase 2 or phase 3. All right, but phase 3 here, 72 month plus outlook. This is when things really, hit the fan. We have a price target of $10.50, basically. Harsh, I know, but it can happen. You never know. As for volatility, today we closed above the lower band by 0.3%. As far as in play for tomorrow, again, we're looking at a possible secondary pulse wave. We just had one today. We just confirmed it today. So it is possible that this could gather some momentum and we could fall apart. So we'll have to really take a look at this for tomorrow. So tomorrow's entry price on the eMini S&P 500 will be a sell short entry point of 1048, and you're looking to extract at least 1043.5 from it, with a stop loss of 1050 and let's say a quarter, 1050.5. You'll probably be able to milk it for a lot more than that, so we'll just have to see. All right, that's all we have on the S&P 500 futures contract. And remember, take what you can and give nothing back.